Sometimes you just got to get it off your chest. That's what you're giving your dogs exactly what they're supposed to do. When your dogs are eating correctly, you can see it in their eyes. In their eyes and in their coats. When I sit there and I tell people I love my dogs just like I love my clients. It's a different kind of love. It's the kind of love that make you want to change. Because, see, the people that you're with, they're not going to tell you the truth. People trust the bus driver. They don't know the bus driver. They trust the airline pilot. They get them from point A to point B. But when you got somebody in front of you telling you that this is the truth, my truth, it ain't got to be your truth. The proof is in front of you of how I have healthy dogs, knowing that you ain't got to spend money on shampoo, conditioner, all this other stuff, all this other unnecessary crap. It only costs you $75 to feed your dog for a whole month. $75. Now, if you know a hunter or you got people that got cows and stuff they slaughter, it won't cost you nothing.
Top of his head, and here's my shoulder. This guy's, he's huge. He's approaching Great Dane size. Oh.
Why don't they respond on first command? Because it's 6 of them. It's 6 8-month-old puppies. Talk to your friend or the person you got next to you and see if they listen on the first command. I just told you, these are puppies, 8 months old. There's 11 of them in here. Not 1, 11. Mine don't do hand tricks and handstands. These are dogs, my masters. Thanos, sit down. Why don't y'all go over there and get out the way? When you rub one of them, all of them come over there. That's one thing they do. Come here, Thanos. Here, buddy. Come here. Come here, Thanos. Sit. Because I told you, when people want to come out here and see my animals, they can come out here. I have no reason to hide anything. I want to be the best known breeder for mastiffs out there. I want to be the first one to have a black mastiff. I want the first one to have over a 300-pound mastiff. And with Thanos here and with Apollo sitting beside him, if nobody comes and pick him up, he will be the next dog that's over 265 pounds. He's already over 130 pounds right now. I got to go get him weighed because I keep talking and I ain't went up there and got him weighed yet. So it is whatever. But that's him right there. He's sitting right beside Thanos. You got Apollo on one side and Thanos on the other side. And look at the size difference. Thanos damn near the same, not the same height, but the bed over there. So when people sit there and tell me, why do you feed your puppies once a week? Look at them. Somebody said turn them in. I don't understand what somebody would say.
Male, pretty big for a bull mastiff. And he lived on kibble. And he had all sorts of issues. Really, really nasty ear infections. And I used to clean that dog's ears like 2-3 times a week. I couldn't keep up with him. And he would get really nasty, what do you call hot spots? You know, we get a spot, it'll start getting wet, and it starts this greasy, oozing secretion will come from it, you know, and then it'll start bleeding, and he'll get a scab, and never could figure out what all this stuff was coming from. And he died, he lived to maybe almost 8 years old. And he got a real bad skin infection. I mean, it was all over his body. Took him to the vet. $1,000 later. And this is going way back. I can imagine what this stuff cost. Almost 8 years old. And he got a real bad skin infection. I mean, it was all over his body. Took him to the vet. $1,000 later. And this is going way back. I can imagine what this stuff costs now. They gave him a massive dose of antibiotics for over a week or so, and the skin infection cleared up. But it was like 6 months later, it reared its ugly head again.
Yeah, this is my friend Pete. He owns Leo. He's talking about the dogs he had prior to getting Leo and why he decided to switch and everything else. Because people hear me, so I like to hear it from somebody else that I never met before until I met this guy.
So, within a couple of weeks, the infection reappeared and it was really bad. You look, he stunk. He stunk like high hell, like it was rotting from the inside out. The bottom of his paws was oozing this stuff. It was like this dark fluid